Miss Alexander.
Hey!
We're here with your 15 questions from Sidekick.
Okay.
You had a baby last year. How have you adjusted to this in regards to teaching?
I'm tired a lot. I have adjusted. It's been hard. I'm old. I'm 40, and trying to get back into a workout routine and get sleep and everything. It's not always easy. So, but I've managed. You just got to find a new normal. So my husband helps a lot, and I don't think I ever feel like I'm rested, especially when she wakes up at 5 o'clock on a Saturday. But you know, I make it work.
How do you feel about the GT program being taken away next year?
Sad. I do feel sad. I feel very passionate about GT, and I very much want there to be support for GT students, and my hope is that that will still happen. It's just going to have to happen in a different way. So I am disappointed, but you know, you just have to roll with it.
Where did you graduate from?
High school or college or? Graduated from high school in a tiny little town called Dexter, New Mexico. It's a little farming community. My graduating class had 44 people in it. So we all knew each other very, very well. I graduated with my bachelor's degrees from New Mexico State University, and I got my master's degree from Eastern New Mexico University.
If you could pick a dream vacation, where would you go?
Hawaii! I literally just booked a trip for my husband and I belong to some of these flight clubs. This one's called Dollar Flight Club, and they send you notifications when there are super cheap tickets. And I just got a notification right before I saw you guys for round trip tickets to Hawaii for $300, so I impetuously booked them.
What's your favorite thing to do with your family?
Be active. We like to go and run races and do and go hiking and ride bikes and things like that. So anything where we can be outside.
What is one piece of advice you would like to give to the seniors graduating this year?
Oh man, don't take anything too seriously. Have fun, and remember that if you get a B, you'll survive. Also, learn about credit and credit worthiness and understanding how to get credit cards and build your credit over time. It's not something they teach you in high school, and it's something they should teach you. And it's something that people learn the hard way. So my other advice would be don't get a credit card.
How would people describe you?
Colorful. I think that's a great question. Passionate, excited, sometimes a little opinionated, probably, caring, I hope.
Why did you choose to teach English?
Why did I choose to teach English? Well, I'm definitely more right-brained than I am left-brained, and teaching English I love English, I love literature, I love writing. And I don't think that teaching writing is something that everybody can do, but it's something writing is something I'm good at and I'm passionate about, and so it was just kind of a no-brainer for me.
We hear you run Alexander Blythe Photography. How and when did you get interested in this?
So I've always been interested in photography. I took photography classes in college, and I had a film camera back then. That was back in the days of film. And I decided that it was something I wanted to pursue more as an adult, and I just kind of got into it as a hobby. And then friends started asking me to take pictures of their kids and engagements, and it just kind of grew organically from there.
How did you get into running obstacle courses?
I got divorced. And I needed a hobby, an outlet for stress, and so I started getting into fitness. And when I did that, a friend of mine ran obstacle course races, and she asked me to start to run with her, and I did, and I got hooked, and then I met my husband doing it, and so it's just kind of the rest is history.
What's your favorite book to teach and why?
My favorite book to teach is, wow, that's a tough question. My favorite book is Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. My favorite book to teach? Golly, guys, I can't pick one book. Probably, if I had to pick one book to teach. Gosh, that's a tough one. It probably would be Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut because I think it speaks to the human condition, and I think that it's unique and interesting, and I think it teaches students that there is things that are more important outside themselves.
What is something interesting about your family?
My family, what's something interesting about my family? My family is a blended family. My husband is my son's stepfather. My son is adopted at birth, and my daughter is sort of a miracle of science because I was told I would never be able to have children. So both of my kids are really pretty much miracles. And I think that that's probably the most interesting thing about my family.
What are your long-term goals?
In life?
Yes.
Or in teaching? My long-term goal in education is to affect change on a larger scale by becoming an instructional coach or doing something where I can help teachers become better teachers. My personal goals are to be less stressed, to travel more with my family, and to be in a place where I can retire early.
What makes CHS different from the other high schools you've taught at?
CHS is very progressive as far as I think from an educational perspective, and I think that it's a highly competitive environment, and I think the students at CHS are exceptional.
And last, should everyone read the Sidekick?
Absolutely. Duh.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
You too.